What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Big Chico, and we're back at it again for another episode of the Big Chico Show. This episode is a pretty interesting episode, man, because I've been tuned into the dirty YouTube streets, the hood side of YouTube, the ghetto side of YouTube, and I just want to say I've been doing a lot of homework on the this portion or this sector of YouTube where a lot of dudes that been to prison for a long time, their content is based around their credibility in the streets and who they were at a time where it was a free fall in the streets. Preferably in the streets of New York. A lot of this is based in New York. I'm born and raised in New York. I have the right to talk about this. I've heard so many stories, seen a lot of shit. So, Hassan Campbell versus BeeStinger. Now, if you guys don't know this story is a pretty interesting one. So, this story is based around, just to kind of give you a quick pick-me-up on where things are. Hassan Campbell, if you don't know who Hassan Campbell is, make sure you YouTube him. He's been doing YouTube content for years and is a real successful YouTube content creator. And you have a man called BeeStinger Savage. These two were under the leadership of Afrika Bambaataa. Now, Afrika Bambaataa is a hip hop icon, is a hip hop legend, should I say? He's a hip hop legend, someone who paved the way in hip hop for a lot of things, he was a part of, if I'm not mistaken, created the Zulu Nation, or part of the people who created the Zulu Nation. Again, if you're not up to speed with these things, please do your research on the Zulu Nation, Afrika Bambaataa. I mean, these are really, really legendary figures of hip hop. So, BeeStinger and Hassan Campbell have come out in, years. They've been saying this for years, that they were sexually assaulted by Afrika Bambaataa. Now, both of these men are both saying how Afrika Bambaataa done things to them when they were younger. And, of course, it was, not good. They were assaulted in a physical manner, sexually. But what bothers me about this situation is you got two men who went through this from the same person, but yet, as them being victims. Now, some people feel like they aren't victims because some people feel like they were okay and it was consensual, and allegedly. That's not for me to determine at all. I'm not determining that. But what I will say is, how are two victims who went through something very traumatizing that probably 9 times out of 10 that gave them post-traumatic stress disorder quarrel with each other about the situation? Like, why are y'all both, pretty much just dehumanizing each other on social media, on YouTube, and discrediting each other by telling each other one is more, funnier than the other? Like, that's kind of crazy, man. Y'all both victims in a sense, right? So you would think y'all would come together and try to, seek justice. You know what I'm saying? But again, y'all street dudes, y'all come from the streets. I don't know if y'all feel like it's ratting or if it's not right, but again, something happened to you, you need to do something about it. What are you going to do? And the way that these two are talking to each other is wild crazy. I just looked at a video, BeeStinger, like, yo, you was S-ing the basketballs, you was S-ducking the basketballs. I'm like, what? Like, you're like, yeah, you was, Hassan Campbell, like, yeah, your teeth crooked because you was topping it off. I'm like, yo, what? Like, what is happening here? I don't know what is going through these two minds. Now, this sector of the YouTube is crazy, where all these dudes that's from the streets, most of them are from New York. They're from the streets, and they, on their channel, they are, exposing people in situations, mainly people who claim to be tough gangsters who went through the jail system, and they had they rank up just by them putting in work. So This sector of YouTube is just is mind-boggling to me, because all of these dudes, and I don't want to sound rude, because again, I salute them. A lot of these dudes came home from jail and they jumped on YouTube because they seen it was a flaw that's happening, and they capitalized off it. Now they're eating good. They're living good. They're taking care of their family just off of doing YouTube. So I don't want to sound like I'm against that, but what I am against is the fact that a lot of these dudes were going to jail as a badge of honor is crazy to me, because jail is a punishment from doing some shit in society that the court system deemed is a threat to society. So they put you in a jail for you to be out of society. So you guys turned it into a badge of honor, which is kind of like funny to me, because that's not an achievement. Going to jail is not an achievement. I do understand that, we all make mistakes, and some of you took your shit on the chin like men and you dealt with it. But it is not an achievement to go to jail. This sector of YouTube is real wacky. I get it from their side, but I'm also a realist into modern day society and reality. Like, there's nothing inside of going to jail that makes me want to be interested in doing that. So the fact that two dudes that came from the streets, that been in prison, put in mad work, did what they did, and they're coming on YouTube to try to get their shit right, get their money up, I salute it. But the fact that you promoting to these younger youths that basically going to jail is a badge of honor, when it is not. It is not a badge of honor. A degree is, a business owner license, a business license is a badge of honor. You feel what I'm saying? Achievement award, academic achievement awards are badges of honor. Saving somebody's life is a badge of honor, but being punished for being a threat to society is not a badge of honor, okay? Now, again, I understand this lifestyle. I grew up in it. I have family members in it. I get it, but I've always been a think outside the box dude, and I'm always going to think outside the box, and I'm just trying to understand where's the honor in going to jail, especially if you have kids that's left out here to defend for themselves. So, I don't know, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. Hassan, Campbell, BeeStinger, both yelling back and forth, mookery accusations. Who's more mooker? I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. Whatever, man. But in the meantime, between time, when you see mine, make sure you hit the subscription button, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. And you know my slogan: if you don't grind, you don't eat. And I'm gone.